citizens, New Yorkers. They've worked here. They've paid their taxes. Stop. Just stop. So here is Mamdani. He's talking about how he'll fight ICE and have this sanctuary New York paradise.
Questions. Let's talk about immigration, deportation. Are you committed to keeping
Target sighted?
You could either be on the job and have your gun, but if you were going to march in the parade, you are not allowed to have your firearm with you, which is ridiculous. Why? That's dangerous. That a cop would have their gun. Back in moments. Don't go anywhere. We'll take more of your calls. Talk more about this disaster.
Why? I have to go back tonight.
Nope. Don't resist. You're starting to resist. You're tensing up.
Yes, because I have to go back tonight. I have to go back this way. I have to go back tonight. Please. I will do whatever you guys want me to do. No, please.
Accepting
I cannot go to jail, please.
Levitation units online.
And put you in the side door.
Yes. Please.
Nope. You gotta sit down. Get in.
I have to go back tonight. Please.
Sit down.
I cannot stay in jail.
Sit down. Nope, we're not. It's not a discussion. Sit down.
Yes, it is.
Whatever it may be, religion, that's what we need to know so we can start spouting our hate and saying that this is a problem. And I'm guilty of it. I do it all the time. My guess on this one is one of these mental patient environmentalists who, because they've been known to set fires, and it's called environmental terrorism. Reeks of weed. And you know when you would just catch a waft of gasoline while you're fueling up your car? I kind of like that. It's gasoline, but there's something kind of nice about the aroma of a very small whiff of gasoline. It's not like shove your head in a tanker and take deep breaths. And that's what the weed thing is now with New York City, having legalized weed. And everyone's stoned and lazy and stupid. And it was just a terrible idea. We'll talk more about this. Of course, you can call us 800-848-9222. And we'll get your comments instead of just me blathering on about things. Back in a minute, Anthony Cumia Show. Just look to make New York, amazingly enough, even worse than Adams has made it. And I guess it kind of started with de Blasio. Mayor de Blasio here in New York City was just a disaster. I didn't like Bloomberg, but he was a business guy, so he kept New York in the money. You know, he knew tourism was a big thing. He was definitely not a socialist or a communist like Mamdani. But once that de Blasio got in there, just downhill, and then Adams. The only thing that made Adams at least almost tolerable in New York City is that he was ready to be indicted on corruption charges, and the Trump Justice Department gave him a break. So now it seems like all he can do is do whatever Trump wants him to do, which is kind of cool. You know, Trump has a puppet mayor in New York. But I don't know, it kind of looks like this Mamdani guy has a pretty good lead on everyone else. I would hope that between Cuomo and Adams running as independents, and they are Democrats, let's be honest, and Mamdani running as a Democrat, you're splitting that Dem vote three ways, and maybe someone, you know, Curtis can slip in there if enough Republicans get out and vote. But I think Republicans in New York are they're just a beaten dog. They just go, what am I going to vote? What do you want, hope? Think I have any hope that this will work? So I don't even think Republicans go out for a mayoral election anymore in New York. But, you know, enough get out there, and that vote split three ways between Democrats. Who knows? Who knows what will happen? But Mamdani does seem to be the guy right now. I almost forgot that Zorhan is the clown of the week this week. I didn't do Clown of the Week when I was supposed to, but maybe we can slip it in right now. Clown of the Week.
The Anthony Cumia Show presents the Clown of the Week.
Coal miner reporting for duty.
There it
Mining.
is. You know it's a Clown of the Week when you're
Solid
at
as
the
a
end.
rock, sir. Repositioning.
So, this guy is a disaster.
Yes, sir.
Yet
Bound
so
forward.
many
Ready.
people
Ready to
are
roll.
psyched about him.
Bound. Oh, hello, sir.
We were
Okay.
talking about the things that he wants to instate and put in place when he's mayor. We ended on legalized marijuana permit, safe injection sites. This works so well. You see these cities like Seattle, San
Unit
Francisco,
reporting. Good to go.
you know,
24/7.
having a place where mentally ill drug addicts can
Oh,
go
hello, sir.
and
Okay. Mining.
spike up, as
Yes,
they
sir.
say,
On our way.
so they can just terrorize
Ready to roll.
and horrify
Bound
people in
forward.
the city. That's great.
Yes,
Instead
sir.
of taking care of the problem, you just let people do whatever they
Good
want.
day, Commander. Destination, Commander.
Restrict
Bound
solitary
forward.
confinement?
Unit reporting.
Isn't
Bound
that the
forward.
only thing left in
Sir,
jail?
Yes, sir.
If there's nothing like solitary confinement, no kind of punishment in jail or in prison, wouldn't
sir.
you just
Bound
do whatever
forward.
you want? Doesn't that seem
Unit
to be the
reporting.
thing? There was always the
High-speed
threat of
drag.
in the hole,
Commander.
weak in the hole,
Ready to roll.
in the hot
Ready to
box.
roll. Securing position.
But now he wants to get rid of solitary confinement. So,
Destination, Commander.
not that I mind if prisoners kill each other,
Destination,
but
Commander.
you know,
Securing position.
kind of in a perfect world, it would seem like
Destination,
you would need
Commander.
a punishment
High-speed
while
drag.
you're being punished.
Destination, Commander. Securing position.
Re-enfranchise the incarcerated. Isn't this something that is tried all the time? But the rate of success when someone gets out of prison and is actually
Ready to roll.
given jobs, given a place to live, they screw up. They start hanging out with the people they used to hang out with. It's very difficult to re-enfranchise the incarcerated.
24/7.
1 in a million. It's not the movies. It's like homeless people too, who usually have some criminal record. It's not a movie. It's not Will Smith putting on his suit in a gas station bathroom to go to a job interview because he's homeless and he's got his son and he's washing up and then going on these interviews. That is complete fallacy. They're mentally ill, for the most part. Mentally ill. Decriminalize simple drug possession. It is decriminalized. There's nobody in prison, like I said before, for just a joint. Oh, we can't have people in prison 20-year sentences because they had a joint in their pocket.
I'll be there
No
right
one.
away.
I defy you to find one person in prison because they were arrested with a joint in their pocket.
Ready to
Oh,
roll.
what was in the other pocket? Oh, a gun.
Ready as ever.
They're a
Let's
convicted
go.
felon with a gun. Oh, all that for a
You'll get the
joint?
cash in
No,
a
see,
flat.
you forgot the
It's
other
in the
part.
bank.
They want to make it sound like people are being incarcerated for these
Destination, Commander?
nothing crimes, like a joint or trespassing or whatever. But the truth of the matter is, there's a lot more behind that. This is just their way to get real violent criminals back out on the street. And I don't know why they would want that. They seem to. Reduce maximum
Unit reporting.
sentences with retroactive effect. So you get maximum sentence the judge gives you because you're really garbage. Gives you 20 years. And now you can change it to, 10 years? And since it's retroactive, if the guy served 10, he's out? He just gets let go? And this guy is actually saying his policies will make the city safer. They always say that. And you look at the policies and go, there's no way any rational human being would say that this is making the city safer. It just doesn't work. And, of course, end cooperation with ICE. That is a biggie. New York, of course, is already a sanctuary city. But Mayor Adams, like I said, he's kind of indebted to the Trump administration, the MAGA policies. So he's gotten into the practice of working with ICE. You remember the thing that got him in trouble in the first place was when he said, hey, Biden, you can't keep letting illegals come to New York City. We're going broke. We can't afford the hotel rooms for these people and all the other free money that you're just giving them, credit cards. And that really, really made Washington angry. So they figured out something to indict him on. And when Trump and his Justice Department dropped any of those charges, he kind of became indebted to Donald Trump. So he's been working with ICE. Memdani is not going to work with ICE. That is for sure. This guy is complete. He has complete and total power and wants this to be a sanctuary city. And I love that the Trump administration is saying, no, go screw. It's not allowed. We will come to New York. We will start locking up and deporting illegals. And just the audacity that this guy thinks that it makes for a better city to have illegals around. And they don't call them illegals. They call them our citizens. New Yorkers. They've worked here. They've paid their taxes. Stop. Just stop. So here is Memdani. He's talking about how he'll fight ICE and have this sanctuary New York paradise.
Questions. Let's talk about immigration, deportation. Are you committed to keeping New York as a sanctuary city?
Absolutely, because ultimately we've seen that this is a policy that has kept New Yorkers safe for decades. It's a policy that had previously been defended by Democrats and Republicans alike until the fear-mongering of this current mayor. And it's a policy that we've seen ensures that New Yorkers can get out of the shadows and into the full life of the city that they belong to. And it's one that I will be proud to stand up for.
Well, you know, the border czar, Tom Homan, has said that he is planning to deploy ICE agents to New York, worksite enforcement to essentially increase and enhance the number of ICE agents here. If that happens on your watch, how do you plan to handle it?
We have to stand up and fight back, and we haven't seen that from our current mayor, who has instead been working with the Trump administration to assist in their goal of building the single largest deportation force in American history. I mean, we saw ICE agents arrest a migrant at Federal Plaza, and then we saw NYPD officers arresting a pastor who was peacefully observing that arrest. Those days are going to come to an end when I'm the mayor. The NYPD's job is to create public safety in the city, not to assist ICE agents in their mission to attack the very fabric of the city.
Fabric of the city. Citizens, New Yorkers. You hear how he talks about them? Migrants. He'll say anything aside from illegal aliens. People that are here illegally. These are not citizens. They are trying so hard to create this impression that these are American citizens. That Donald Trump is throwing out people that have every right to be in this country. And that is absolutely false. You could have your ideas about it. You could want illegals to live here. You could want amnesty for every single one of them. But that doesn't change the fact that they are here illegally. And to have the potential mayor of New York City, which has a giant illegal population, to say that he will fight ICE and he will try his best to prevent them from doing their job and doing the job that Trump was elected to do,
Goddamn fucking indication.
Is insane.
Oils up there.
And there are people that are ready, willing, and able, chomping at the bit, as they say. Or is it champing at the bit? To vote for this guy and hope that he does not work with ICE to get rid of this financial burden, criminal burden that illegals are putting on New York City. And then combined with everything else this idiot is doing, it's the prospect for a safe, prosperous New York City. Everything he says he wants to do is detrimental to the city in every way, shape, or form.
Where is trouble?
When you look at his, one of my favorite things is the state-run grocery stores. And God only knows what else he wants state-run. The city, New York City, hasn't run anything and been a success at it. Imagine a grocery store that is pretty much a DMV with food. It's the Department of Motor Vehicles, but you walk in and now you have to shop in that atmosphere with those people helping you, in charge, ringing you up. They're responsible for stocking the shelves with what people need. It's another state-run disaster, is what it would be. And his take on it is he wants to undercut the prices of privately owned supermarkets that have done a great job of giving people what they want based on supply and demand. You go to a grocery store and go, can I have some bread? And they go, yeah, we don't have it. And then you go to another one and they have bread. You're just going to go to the one that has bread. And the one that doesn't is going to go out of business. But if his goal is to undermine and undercut and get rid of private-owned businesses so New York State can run a grocery store chain, do you honestly think a state-run agency is going to make sure the shelves are stocked with everything that people need and that it's worked like a fine well-oiled machine? Or is it going to be yet another government bureaucracy, red tape, boondoggle disaster? And we'll look like Cuba and Venezuela and the old Soviet Union. What happened? There is no toilet paper. Why is there no toilet paper? What are you talking about? There was plenty here yesterday, because that's who's going to be helping you. What you want, American blue jeans? Remember that? Russians could get American blue jeans. That's what the Gap will be here. It'll be state-run Gap. Where's my blue jeans? Don't have it. So this guy's whole take on socialism and, what we're supposed to deal with a socialist mayor. They used to try to hide it. Even de Blasio, I guess he went on his honeymoon. He went to Cuba. He was over the Soviet Union. Whatever. But at least he tried to hide it. Well, I don't use the term socialist. Meanwhile, he was. This guy's proud of it, and voters are happy to vote for a socialist. And I haven't even brought up the fact that he's a pretty radical version of Islam. And just saying that, of course, you are Islamophobic. But the people that are voting for him have no idea what that's all about. Socialism. They just hear free stuff. They think it's great because it's free. Free buses. Free and fast buses. He's crowing about this. Do you know what a free New York City bus would look like? It would look like the subway platforms, which they don't enforce turnstile jumping laws anymore. So you get homeless down there. It's warmer than the outside winters, or it's cooler than the heat waves. So they go to places that they can seek shelter. And again, they're mental patients. Their hygiene is terrible. They're not pleasant to be around. Again, you want to solve this? Figure something out. I'm just stating the facts. If you have buses driving around where you can just get on them for free anywhere in the city, you don't think that the seats on those buses are going to be taken up with those disgusting blankets and people with those blown up maggot legs as they're urinating on themselves, and that's now your bus ride. If you need to take that bus to go to work so you can pay your taxes and your New York City taxes so money can pay for the free buses that are now housing homeless people on your right, and it's just another vicious cycle. That's what will happen. I don't know what they think. This utopian idea that you could just go around and give free stuff out, and the wonderful people of the city will bow in your presence. Thank you. This is paradise. What a lovely free bus this is. I can't thank you enough. Meanwhile, it's not how it works. The system taking advantage of working people who utilize the free transportation. They're not getting off the bus once they get on. Will the driver have any say if this guy doesn't leave the bus? Won't he be able to get off the bus and then get right back on another one and take up 5 seats with disgusting open wounds on their bodies? And they honestly think this is a good idea. The fare for transportation in New York City is the only wall between people that want to go to work and have some kind of a not even pleasant experience, but at least not a horrible experience on their public transit, and the monsters that are out there. It's the only way to keep monsters away from you and your loved ones when they take transportation. Disgusting. We'll be back in moments with your calls on these topics or whatever else you want to talk about. 800-848-9222. Back in moments with the Anthony Cumia Show. I would think they wouldn't want to go with Zoran because it rhymes with moron. It's very easy to say Zoran the moron. I kind of like Zorhan. It sounds very Lord of the Rings.
I am Zoran.
I am Zoran.
I want free stuff.
Remember Star Trek when Kirk he had that spirit that was kept in a globe and he transferred it into himself? And it was, I am Sargon. That's what it's like. Sargon Mundani. This is Sargon Mundani. Who cares? It's not a real name. I never knew a Zoran, a Zorhan, or anyone like that in school. It's a fake name.
You didn't know Zorans in 3rd grade?
Yeah. Zoran Jones. Zoran Smith. Not one Zoran did I ever grow up with. Let's take a few calls. I think Steve from Manhattan. How you doing, Steve?
All right, Anthony. In last week's opening parade, the Mermaid Parade was the opening act for the parade. And I would tell you that the 65 Immigration Act is now fully kicking in because you have over 1 million migrants in New York City, and they're all going to vote for Moron or Zoran, Bambi, whatever his name is. As far as a super radical, too, you got to find out his thoughts about 9/11. What they really want to do now is basically get rid of all the conservatives in New York City and New York State. That's half the people who I know are conservative. They're all moving, leaving. Anthony was Exhibit A.
Yeah, I'm gone.
Not yet, no, because I'm like always be the last man standing. That's my mantra, and it'll always be that way. But the thing is, I will fight for it, but that's what they want, folks. They want to get the conservatives out of here, then the middle class out of here, and they can take over the politics. And will be a Xerox copy of California. No matter what anybody tells you, California is gone forever.
Oh, yeah.
It is now a Latin state of confusion out there. That's what it is. You see that 400-pound councilwoman out there? That was 500 pounds of food stamps at the podium when she was going off a couple of weeks ago.
Yeah. No, I saw that one. There's all these, just the lawlessness in California, Los Angeles, San Francisco, Oakland. It's terrible, and no one seems to want to do anything about it. The question I have for you, Steve, maybe you can enlighten me. What is the end goal for ruining, completely destroying a city, driving out the people that are productive, the middle class, just having this disaster of poverty and crime under your command? What's the upside to that? Why is that a goal?
Let the
Well, the goal is to clear out the joint and bring in the third world to America. He wants to bring Muslims in. Let's be honest.
But what is the upside to that for politicians that are trying to do this, and even for Mamdani? Like, why is that good? Is it just strictly religious? He wants a caliphate. He wants some kind of Sharia law because of the religion? Because it seems also that a lot of Democrat politicians that aren't Muslim, they have the same MO. They want to destroy the city, have poverty and crime, and I can never figure out what the end game is where it's like, well, we won. What did you win? What did you get for destroying an entire city?
Well, what they get is they hit the middle class and the hardworking conservatives out of here, out of town. I go through neighborhoods in New York City that have gone forever. I know those neighborhoods are beautiful neighborhoods. What makes up neighborhoods? It's the families that make them up. They want them out here. They don't think in the way we think. People have to realize that. This is a goal of we conquered. And I always said it on the Bob Grant show. I said, listen, nobody's going to put a uniform on and take over this country. They're going to come in here massively and invade the country. And the criminals in the street, I always said that was their army in the street. That's why they're letting them out. There's no way to fall.
Is that what you think, sir? Get me my digitalis. That was hilarious. You used to call a Bob show?
Oh, I used to call his show so often, and he had the one per week. He suspended it only for one person, for me, on 9/11 and the day after.
Yo, get off my phone, you snatching. I love it. My phone. So funny. Mario. Steve, thank you for the call, man. I do appreciate it. Wow. Let's talk to Rex. Rex is down there in Florida. What's up, Rex?
Hey, Anthony. How you doing?
Good. Yourself?
Not too bad. Listen, I know nothing of New York politics. Never been there.
Lucky you.
Yeah, listening to you, you hear this stuff. And this Zoltan, Guitarzan, whatever his name is, he pulled out the oldest liberal trick in the book: free.
Yep.
Everything's free.
Yep.
And it's so reminiscent of, I don't remember which one, but that one Batman movie where the guy had the messed up.
Free, like really free. So let me take one further step and see where that money is coming from. And then you realize it's not free. This isn't something that's just somehow given to people. They're idiots. They're really not smart people. And that's why when they protest and they're carrying their signs and anyone asks them a question about what they're protesting, even though they profess to be so passionate about the cause, they can never give you an answer to any question you ask them. They get upset. They yell at you. They try to keep you from filming them, and then they run away. They just go, I'm not going to talk to you. Because they're stupid. They're very stupid people. They're very stupid people.
Well, because their cause is their identity.
Yes.
Their cause is who they are.
Very good.
That's all they know.
Yeah.
And they don't, like you said, they won't go one step beyond it to find out what it's about or anything else.
No.
How many times have you talked about just shooting a gun? How you take somebody and you take them to the range and let them fire the gun one time.
Yeah.
And they giggle and laugh and they go, oh my God, that's so much fun. I got to do it again.
Yeah. And then you get these staunch anti-Second Amendment people, and they don't even know the most basic things about how a gun works, the gun laws, the different laws from state to state. They know nothing, but they'll hold up a sign saying, less guns, no guns, you're killing our children, gun crime, gun violence. They know nothing about the simplest things that concern the Second Amendment.
Well, and the deeper fear of the whole thing, whatever topic
Everything's
it is,
made to fit.
is the whole cult mentality.
Oh, yeah.
Of just
Transformer
tell me
panel
somebody
in order.
that gives me
Watch
something
my
that I
dust.
can go, yeah,
Need a
I'll latch
conversion?
onto that.
On the go.
And they'll
We
just
can
go
make
with
adjustments.
it. They'll just,
Run in
like a
smooth.
lemming off the end of the cliff.
And you know what also shows that? The chanting
Everything's
of
made to
this,
fit.
what's his name? What's his name? Whose streets? Our streets. All that nonsense is such cult behavior. It's such you don't have an individual mind. You can't think for yourself. You're part of this collective. You don't have to know what it is. You don't have to bother with details. You want to be part of something, and that's what they do. They're like an infection. They're just cells being brought together into a tumor.
Well, heaven forbid that you have to stand on your own 2 feet. It's easier to have somebody tell you what to do, and you can just lay there on your back and let it drag you around.
Yeah. When have you ever seen people like conservatives or people on the right, aside from chanting USA, USA, you don't see them chanting things. You see them welcome opposition or an interview. Hey, what are you here for? Why are you supporting this? They want to let people know why they're there and what they're supporting, what the ideology is behind it. And then the left, they literally run away. They run in fear when asked anything about these causes that they are so passionate about. So there's a big difference, and I don't think it's just that I'm on one side and they're on the other, so they must be stupid. It's proven that they're stupid.
Well, because they know, I think there's somewhere deep down they know they can't even answer the basic questions. That's why they run away.
Yeah, they're afraid.
And there's, nobody wants, I have to admit, nobody wants to be wrong. Nobody wants to get into a discussion with somebody and be proven wrong. But if you can't even pronounce the basic arguments of your side, you're going to lose that argument.
Yeah, you're going to lose it. They're so afraid of just lively debate. Having anyone say that, have a differing opinion than them, and they have no knowledge of what they're talking about, so they can't fight back. So they'd rather no one be able to bring up an opposing opinion or anything. It's crazy. Thank you. Thanks, Rex. I got to move on, though. But thanks. Rex, they're in Florida. Home of Alligator Alcatraz. Just talking about that.
All fired up.
It's such a funny name. Like, it's just perfect. You could picture it. I've seen some AI renditions of it, and it just looks great. This encampment, and then the water around it, and you see the alligators and pythons, and then an airstrip right there. A nice long airstrip to just get rid of them. People are already complaining that the accommodations, the tents, there's a bunch of giant tents, and there's not any air. They don't have air conditioning. This is just what I'm hearing from people that are trying to say this is a terrible thing. They've already called a concentration camp. They're trying to, evoke these taboo words and names for the place. But it's perfect. It's exactly what we voted for. I want Alligator Alcatraz. And then I heard Trump is going to be there at the opening. Because as they open it, he's going to be the guy, turning the key, flipping the lights on, whatever it takes. I couldn't be happier. It is such a great, fantasy thing. You want a president that comes up with these crazy-ass things like Alligator Alcatraz. Couldn't be happier. Larry from Staten Island. What's up, my friend?
Well, let me tell you, sir, Anthony, you are very impressive. I never knew you could do so many impressions so well.
All the time. It was a wasted youth sitting in front of my television set while I was, from the time I was probably 4 years old till last night.
God bless you.
Thank you.
But anyway, I want to just do a quickie on defunding the police. But before that, I want to do a 5-second tribute to the late, great Bob Grant.
Yes.
Mario Azenzame, who's provedos, Pachin, and he is.
I gotta get out of here. I gotta get out. There's some place to go. There's a place I can get away from all of this.
When he used to ask for his heart medication. Where's my digitalis? After that phone call, I need my digitalis. When he would call, what's his name, the mayor walking attendant, Dinkins. Mayor, the tennis mayor, the washroom attendant. So funny, man.
You're great, man. Let me tell you, God bless you. Now, this week with the defunding the police. He's not going to defund the police. The police department's going to self-defund themselves. These guys are leaving the job in droves. There's a big class that went in 2003 that are doomed to get out soon. They're going.
Yeah. Yeah.
And I won't. Can I just say one more?
Sure.
He wants all these social workers to handle these EDP jobs, which are most of the disturbed jobs. Let me tell you, I've been on 100 days. I used to get a knot in my stomach before I responded to the job.
Yeah.
What's going to happen is you're not going to have any available at 3 in the morning. And number 4, when the first one gets thrown around like a Samsonite suitcase in the cage, you run that commercial.
Oh, we all do, believe me.
Soviet Empire.
When one of them starts getting thrown around like a suitcase, you'll have the police back there. But
maybe.
I pray for my brothers and sisters.
Thank you, Larry. I appreciate the call and the compliments, and have yourself a great rest of your Sunday evening. Thank you, Mr. Larry. The police department, the NYPD, the reason New York isn't Chicago or LA or Atlanta or Detroit, it's the police department, it's the sheer number of cops. Because of late, recent history of the NYPD, and I've always loved the NYPD. The cops have been some of the biggest fans of the old O&A show, and I've supported what they've done. I know so many police officers that many of them are now retired. They did their 20 years and got the hell out of there by the skin of their teeth, a lot of them, because anything you do from the old school policing is going to get you in trouble, jammed up these days. So it's the sheer numbers that I think have any bearing on New York not having some of the crime that we see in cities like Chicago. But that can end very quickly. The quality of cops has gone down. Let's be honest. When you see some of these women that are as wide as they are tall, trying to chase Kenyan marathon runners down the street because they committed some type of offense, it's not even close. They're not even close to getting these people. So I don't know what kind of deterrent it is. And the idea of defunding the police or giving them duties that don't entail catching criminals. That's the problem. When you look at some of the people on the force, they're incapable of controlling a situation. You'll see 2 female cops trying to get cuffs on a guy, and 2 guys have to come over and help them. Well, why were the women there in the first place? So that's a problem. And then with this Zorhan, the Morhan, Memdani, wanting to cut that, wanting to put social workers in place of some of the cops to send them on domestic disputes because, we've heard this before. You want to see social workers get their heads cracked open? Then by all means, go with this policy. But the bottom line is a city like New York needs a strong, big police force that can do the job they're supposed to do. And this sounds like something Memdani wants nothing to do with his police department. So, again, we'll see. We'll be back in a minute. Stick around. Anthony Cumia Show. We'll get back to Zoran Memdani and your calls in a moment. But I want to get to a little fake news, perhaps. Fake news!
Now.
Fake news, folks. Fake news.
It's the fake news.
Fake stories.
News moment.
Now, we've heard about the big, beautiful bill. This is some just landmark legislation for Trump, trying to get this passed. Obviously, the Democrats want no part of anything that's Trump. It doesn't matter what it is. Cure for cancer, will be on Mars tomorrow. They will not sign off on anything. So I guess they made the Republicans read every line of the big, beautiful bill before voting on it. And it took just tens of hours. What was it, 15 hours, something like that? Then they debate on it. It's just a mess. They're doing everything to just try to delay. They're using delay tactics. And to hear people like Schumer and Liz Warren and the like complaining about they had this legislation at midnight and they change it and want us to vote on it without reading it. It's like that was every bill that the Democrats ever tried to pass. Everything. You remember Obamacare, midnight, any gun legislation, whether it's federal, state. I remember the SAFE Act or the Safety Act in New York State. They shoved that through at 2 a.m, and it absolutely infringed on New Yorkers' Second Amendment rights. So they do it all the time. And to say that no one had a chance to read it, it's all people have been talking about is the big beautiful bill and what's in it. And, you know, again, whether you like what's in it or don't like what's in it, you can't say it hasn't been out there and people haven't been talking about it and it's some surprise to the Democrats. They're just all about delaying everything and preventing Trump from doing anything. So one of the big things is they like talking about how Medicaid, any medical care for Americans are going to be cut under this terrible bill. And what do we do? How are people going to get medical care? And they word it in a way, again, lying, that it's American citizens that are being cut. And Social Security is being cut. Everything's being cut. Veterans benefits. Nope. It's all the waste. And when it comes to caring for American citizens with things like Medicare and Medicaid and whatnot, it's not Americans that are being cut from this. It's illegals that have been allowed to sap off of the system, again, burdening the American taxpayer. So here's Amy Klobuchar, and she's bitching about people. She says people being taken off of medical health care because she can't say Americans, because she knows it's illegals. Listen to her try to finesse her way through this.
What does this bill do? It kicks 16 million people off their health care. 16 million people off their health care. In order to finance tax cuts for the wealthiest, in order to give multimillionaires $1 tax cut, that doesn't make the world a better place. Adding $4 trillion in debt, $1 trillion of it is interest, which is going to make mortgage rates go up. It's going to make it harder for young people to be able to maybe get their first house or pay their rent. It's putting it on their back. It's putting it on their shoulders. That's why I don't see this as a big, beautiful bill. I see this as a big, beautiful betrayal of the hardworking people of this country.
Good one. Good one. Betrayal. They talk about the deficit, the budget deficit, and inflation. They never mention what they've done over the course of the years. Trillions of dollars in debt. But the second Trump tries to do something, look, you're either going to cut things and add to the deficit or not and just build it up again. I don't like the idea of tacking trillions more onto our deficit. I don't like that. I don't think anyone does. But things have to be paid for, and it's insane these days. And the job they've done in the past with just the insane spending they've done over the course of decades now, the left, Democrats, whatever. There was never accountability there. They never yelled at anyone on their own team about that. And again, you should use the word people. These are illegals being taken over. And the Social Security cuts that Doge made, it cut trillions of dollars off of what was going out and didn't take anyone off of the Social Security list. They're still getting their checks. Those are people that were somehow 140 years old getting their money. So, you know, again, they lie, they cheat, they steal, and all they want to do is prevent Trump from getting anything. I also want to talk a little more about the gay parade today. The gay pride. It's gay. This has to do with guns also. They weren't going to allow cops, gay cops that want to march in this little parade, to march with guns. You could either be on the job and have your gun, but if you were going to march in the parade, you were not allowed to have your firearm with you, which is ridiculous. Why? That's dangerous. That a cop would have their gun. Back in moments. Don't go anywhere. We'll take more of your calls. Talk more about this disaster that is Zorhan Mamdani's.
On this episode of Takedown with Chris Hansen,
Wisconsin guy just started blowing me up.
A man who travels more than 3 hours to Marquette County, Michigan, is going to find himself in custody for much longer.
He's now willing to come over.
Yes.
We've got the surveillance footage, body cam video.
I'm just cruising around.
The interrogation.
Why would you go to the house? I don't know.
And a shocking surprise interview.
If you could say anything to him now, Becky, what would it be?
Chronominer reporting for duty. Mining.
I hope you're enjoying this free full episode of Takedown on our YouTube channel, but there's something you need to know. There are literally hundreds of new episodes either in production or on our streaming channel right now, uncensored. Watch TrueBlue.com. Use the code YouTube25 to watch all of the episodes for $2.50, or for an annual subscription, use YouTube Year for $20 off. Also, and this is very important, hit the subscribe button, and we'll see you on True Blue. It's the last day of the Marquette County, Michigan investigation, and just as we think that chats are winding down, Lieutenant Alex Gill has a man wanting to meet.
Started talking Thursday.
24/7. Oh yes,
started
I
out
agree.
pretty innocent.
Mining.
I told him
Yes, sir.
I have an
Destination
Airbnb for
command.
a
Unit
couple
reporting.
days.
Ready to roll.
He wanted me to travel to him. I said he needs
Unit
to travel.
reporting.
I'm
Driver
here
up.
only for a few
Destination
days.
commander.
He said he needed an idea of what we were going to do. I
Ready
said,
to
well,
roll.
if you want me to stall, it's going to be 125. Full sex
Unit reporting.
is 150.
Bound forward.
And then he wanted me or send him a picture of tits or pussy. I said I don't send nudes, too many pic collectors.
Chronominer
How about one
reporting
on
for
today's
duty.
date? No,
It's in the
because cops
bank.
can do that
Reporting for
too.
duty.
I
It's in
won't
the
collect
bank.
because I'm married. I'm working out of
Vehicle
town.
ready.
Don't know what to tell
Destination
you. I
commander?
don't send nudes. He says, okay, I need
Ready to
something.
roll.
Well, besides the
On
nude,
our
what
way,
do you
sir.
want? Bra and
Squared away,
panties
sir.
with today's date. I said, what if I don't wear panties? He said, I don't know. I'm going to need something. Do you have any pictures for me? I sent him a photo. He said, okay, tomorrow morning. I told him not an early riser. What about 1? He said it'll have to be later. I asked,
Ready as
what
ever.
you thinking? He said, probably
Vehicle
after
ready.
4. Are
On
you
our way,
okay
sir.
with
Yes, sir.
bareback? I said, if
High
you're willing to pay, what would that be?
Vehicle ready.
175.
Driver up.
He asked about what
Destination
freak
commander?
is. That means
Destination
anal. I
commander?
told him
Commencing
250.
assault.
Okay, just so I know what to bring. Do you do cream pie too? I asked him what else you're gonna bring, and then also told him maybe if you're good enough for the cream pie. He said I can bring 420 and I'm fixed. I said that might be worth a little extra. Okay, hey, were you gonna be around tomorrow? Or hey, are you gonna be around tomorrow? I am.
Unit reporting.
Asked him what
Good
he's
to
thinking.
go.
He said he'll be here
Vehicle
around
ready.
5-ish.
On our way, sir.
I said that's perfect. okay still? Are we talking about, or is it okay still what we talked about yesterday? I said, absolutely. What is the address, or do you want to wait until tomorrow to give it to me? I said, so what do you want to do exactly to me, just so I can think about it all night? I'll give you my address when you get into town. He says, I'm driving 3 hours just to let you know, which is why we believe he's in Wisconsin.
Got it.
Okay, I just don't want anyone to show up randomly. I will text you before I leave. I said, don't leave me hanging. He said, I won't. Don't leave until after I come there. I asked him today, you're coming here, all right? You still looking to fuck at 5? He said, maybe earlier. I asked him what he was thinking, 3-ish, will that work? He said, 3 works great. Let me know when you're on your way and give me a call when you're in Ishpeming. I'll give you the address. Okay, it's about 3 hours to get there. Okay, you're on Eastern time, right? Because I'm on Central time and it's 11 a.m. I said, I don't know, it's like 12:15 right now.
Shall we make
He said, okay, I'll be there around 4, not 3, because of the time change. Again, meaning he's probably in Wisconsin.
Central time.
He texted me, I'm on my way. Let me know when you're close, and I'll call you. Will do. How far are you? Still have a ways to go. Forgot about that time change. I said, oh, so not 4. He said, yes, it'll still be about 4. About an hour and a half left to drive to you.
But we think he's driving 3 hours to meet this girl for sex.
Yes, he's driving at least 3 hours out of a different time zone to meet this girl for sex.
And now you're going to have the phone call.
We're going to have the phone call. We haven't discussed age yet. He's probably, fairly close, less than an hour away. So we're going to go ahead and let him know about the age and give him that option to do what's right and back out.
Okay.
Hi.
I'm your handyman.
Yep, I can hear you.
Enlighten me.
About 20 minutes away or so.
Okay. Well, I just wanted to make sure you're still coming to fuck me.
Yep, I am.
Okay. And you're okay with someone younger, right?
Learning the path.
Okay, well,
Learning the path.
I'm only 15, but I'm super experienced.
Learning the path.
Never mind that.
I understand.
Are you sure?
Look, how can I assist? Where is trouble?
Well, I'm not looking to get anyone in trouble.
Let's get to the cash. I'm your handyman. Repairman on the move.
Okay.
Is there a problem?
Well, if you change your mind, let me know.
My tools are yours. Repairman on the move. How can I assist?
Well, the admin would say that.
Where is trouble? How can I assist? Technician on duty.
Okay.
Where is trouble?
Okay.
How can I assist? This won't take much.
Bye
Is there a
then.
problem? Repairman on the move. Guns ready for full.
Another kinds.
Yeah, so he made a great choice.
Repairman
I'll
on
be
the
honest
move.
with you, I don't feel bad about making him drive 3.5 hours because he's still on a prostitution website. So
Right, and all the problems and the tragedies related to that. Get his attention on that. Plus, he knows that it's a possibility that somebody is underage on these sites. So sometimes when men learn they're communicating with a minor, they do the right thing and decide not to show up. That's a victory. But in some cases, they change their mind.
Hey Lowell, Wisconsin guy just started blowing me up, tried calling me, he said, he said, how do I know you weren't trying to set me up? I said, I ain't trying to set you up, that's why I was honest with you. He said, fine, I'm game, but it's my rules.
So our guy we think is from Wisconsin just called back, and in spite of the age, he's now willing to come over.
Yeah, so he said, I just drove 3 hours for nothing. I said, I'm sorry, I wanted to be honest with you before you got here. How do I know you're not setting me up? You just shouldn't have said anything. I said, I'm not trying to set you up, that's why I wanted to be honest with you. He said, where are you then? My rules. And I just texted him, what's your rules?
The rules Wisconsin guy is requesting of the minor are that he doesn't want to stay at the house. He wants to pick her up and take her to another location. The man presses on about taking the minor from the house. Lieutenant Gill, texting as the young girl, tells him she would like to talk before getting in a car. After the 3+ hour drive, Wisconsin guy pulls up in his beat-up red pickup truck outside the house. He tells the girl to go outside and walk to where the school buses are. Lieutenant Gill, still messaging as the teen tells him she's not walking over there, that she'll stand on the front porch. The man reiterates he's not coming into the house. He thinks he's talking to says she's creeped out. Wisconsin guy says he is too. And Just like that, he drives off. Lieutenant Gill messages the man to come back. He does, but is still adamant that he's not coming into the house, and that he wants the miner to come to the window of his truck. Lieutenant Gill, still posing as the 15-year-old girl, says no. He asks why he's so nervous. Wisconsin guy says it's because she told him her age, and now he's leaving, and that she should have listened. With that ominous-sounding threat, Wisconsin guy drives off, but the crime has already been committed in the chat. He also showed up and tried to lure the decoy out of the house. Under Sheriff Lowell Larson makes the call to his patrol deputies.
He's 5218 from 5202. Go ahead and stop that vehicle. Stop that vehicle.
Let's clear the air.
As you can see on this dash cam footage, a patrol vehicle spots the out-of-state truck and begins to follow.
Guns ready for full auto. Rolling.
After a few minutes, the truck comes to a stop on the side of the road.
Let's take the guns for a spin. Start up the wizard. Move him down. I want to check.
The body cam then picks up two deputies approaching the truck.
Scanning horizon.
What? Good boy, Rob.
Loading up the bell.
Just about it.
The weapons on there and everything like that?
There's a pistol in the back seat.
Okay, just don't reach for it. Try to do anything. Alright, let's get off the highway here. Let's step over here. So. We'll kind of explain everything that's going on. We're just going to detain you at this point, okay? So, could you turn around? Put your hands behind your head. You're being detained. You're not under arrest right now. Just put your hands down.
Which side of what's it?
Yeah, we'll explain it. Like I said, you're only being detained right now. So,
what's your phones together? Yep.
Yep. All right. Do you mind if we pat you down? You said you're no problem. Okay. All right, we'll go ahead and just pat you down quick. That's all right.
The suspect is patted down, and the deputies secure a weapon found in his vehicle.
Where are you coming from?
Where are you coming from, Tony? Where are you up to? I'm just cruising around. Set up a work early today.
Loading up the bell.
I'm water.
Where at? Let's just get him sequenced. We'll get that done. Like I said, we'll be explaining things here shortly, so.
He's taken to the patrol car.
What was your first name again? Chris? Okay. Alright, so there's a detective that would like to speak with you about some things.
Why am
We get real dirty out here.
But I'm not on, I told him already before. I was coming for fun. And she said she was 19. She said she was 15, and I ain't fucking doing that, no.
Okay, I left. We'll just tell that all to the detective when we talk to him.
Yeah.
So, like we said, right now you're not under arrest or something like that. Would you like your seatbelt? Okay. I can barely move my hands,
Okay. His name is Christopher Eck. He's taken to a local police department for questioning.
You have my cell phone in there? So we can tell my wife, what's going on.
Let's transfer.
I can't call her. I'm going to bed or something. I can't call her from jail.
Ready for full auto. Gun battle. Horizon ready. Faster and faster. We need more. Siphon. I love the beautification.
While Eck was in custody, I requested an interview with him, but he declined. Back at the Sting House, Under Sheriff Larson fills me in on everything that just went down.
Conversion?
This particular guy drove all the way from Wisconsin after a sexually charged conversation with somebody who ultimately told him that they were 15 years old.
Right.
Tell me what happened.
Well, basically, like you said, we've been talking to him for a couple days. He started moving here, or started driving toward the area this morning. And after he started driving, we dropped our age and basically told him I'm full whatever. Initially, he said, no, I'm good, I'm going to turn around. And then he reinitiated with us. And he said, I drove all this way. and what's going to happen, but it's going to happen on my terms.
He demanded at that point that the decoy give him his pickup.
Right. He slow rolled the address a few times and was circling the block. I'm sure he was checking for surveillance units. He was, I think scared to come in. And so he passed by a few times and he actually stopped outside the residence. Our decoy went outside the door, showed herself, but he demanded that she get in the vehicle. And that happened twice.
And you couldn't allow that to happen?
No. I mean, to me, that's no different than actually if they want to. Right. I mean, he's trying to get this minor to go in there.
This is going to go down on my terms.
Right, yeah.
He's trying to get control of the situation.
Exactly.
A 15-year-old girl.
Right.
And you got the green light to make the arrest.
Yeah, we just, it's our decision whether to make the arrest. And we felt the elements of God have been met here. So we had a marked unit in place. We assumed which direction he was going to be going. He did leave the area. We had surveillance pictures of the vehicle, what it looked like. Had our car in place. Was just a few minutes later, they text me letting me know that they're behind the vehicle and gave the green light to make the traffic stop.
He is under arrest as we speak.
Correct. So our marked unit is taken into custody. Told him he's being detained. There's a detective that wants to talk to him. The detective is moving to our interview site. So he's going to be moved to the interview site, and one of our detectives will talk to him there and get his side of the story.
After reading him his rights, the detective gets right into it.
We get real dirty out here.
I want you to tell the story. I'll be honest. I got here. Fuck that on. I'm not taking out. Well, just blow up the gun. Come over here and have some fun, have some sex and stuff like that. Then it'll be gone.
Levitation units online.
I'll come and go, have a couple drinks, and then I'll be on my way. Couple small drinks and get on my way. Yeah, all that. Look, man, you guys talk about sex or anything? Just a little bit. Just a little bit. Look, I got some conversation. Just having a lunch. I wasn't going there. Just having a lunch. Was that?
Faster, little slave!
Wait, did you guys agree on price? Didn't agree on nothing. Didn't agree on nothing. So, when she said 150, you didn't agree to that? That's what I'll think about it. I'm not going to pay that. Okay.
I love it. Let's take the gun for a spin.
Else? Or is anything else what? Anything. Money, drugs, alcohol. We are Michigan. So I didn't bring that.
Your collection.
How far did you drive? 3 hours. Just tell me, and I just, but I didn't know what you were freaking 8 or 15 years old. No way to know on that. So what is it? I guess it's like an escort service. Okay. Have you been on the tour? Yeah, I've been on the tour. Yeah, I've been on the tour. Have you ever agreed to have sex with somebody on it in the past? And you committed to that? Okay, you have. How many times? Like 3 or 4 times. Okay. Has it been under expression in the past? Fuck no. No way. That's refused that. Nope. When you got
Yuri's collection agency. Levitation is online.
What happened? I'm like, no, this is, then I'm like, no, that's just on my mind. Going on, like, no, I'm not going to do that, because I get in so much trouble. So that's why I was left, leaving. Okay, alright. I did park in front of her house, I'll get that. Parked out in front of her house, and like, no, I'm here to pick up. But, my parked in front of her house. It was just something in my mind, well, also she was 15 and also just not right. What do you mean? But not right if you're under 18 years old. That's not right. It's just they're badly not right. Well, no, if I discovered somebody 15 years old, I'm not going to house. It was stupid. It was stupid. I'll admit that. No, I did not go. Did you tell them to talk to you at all? Yeah, I was sitting there talking for a little bit, and I was asleep. I was not. I wasn't going to play that. What did you play? Talk to them. Just talk. Just to not sit there for the thing. So that's the reason why I left. Did you communicate to it all? What did you tell her? Just say, hey, just wanted to talk to you, and that was it. And what did she tell you? She wanted me to
Let's transfer.
But
Yuri's collection agency. Smooth ride.
Right, but they're soliciting somebody for sex, and then they tell you that they're 15, and then you go to the house and you still want to come out, man. That's stupid. I know.
Yuri's collection agency. Spinning
you
away.
You meet you anywhere else?
Yeah,
no, that was stupid too. It was stupid of me to even go there. I'm sorry.
Yuri's collection agency.
How old are you? I'm 45 almost. Got a wife, kids, anything like that? What are you doing up here? I'm logging.
Spinning away.
You're logging. Yep, I'm working on town. Where'd you want me to go? You said you wanted to go down the road. Yeah, just like a block down. A block down.
Unit promoted.
Just to talk.
Yuri's collection agency.
Sat outside the house. He said, didn't roll windows down. Where was she? She was sitting on the front porch. By the door. So you could see her?
Let's transfer some assets. They are but a distraction.
Yeah, by the time you didn't call her. Don't just text her. By the time you go to the house.
Spinning away.
Twice. It didn't sit relatively.
Levitation units online. Yuri's collection agency.
No, hard worker. It was stupidity on my part. It was stupid. No, fuck no. No. Then why would you go to the house? I don't know. What? I don't know. It was... What compounded? What was running through your mind when you said... No, she's 15, but I'm still going back. I don't know what I was thinking. Did you think that maybe you had sex with her? No, fuck no. I wasn't going to have sex with her when she was 15 years old.
Yuri's collection agency.
Okay, so what's the point of going to the house and talking with her? I know you.
Yuri's collection agency.
It's not making sense.
Smooth ride. Accepting. Yuri's collection agency. Smooth ride.
It was stupid. I'm sorry. She told me. She was 15 and you left. Yes. Okay. So now, was that before you went to the house? Or are you saying you left after? You left after. So,
levitation units on
the conversation ensued, yeah, she was up for whatever. You said, you know, normal intercourse, maybe a blow job. No price, trying to tell me? So this is an escort service, but you're talking about pricing of what the service is for? I didn't ask for
levitation units
Didn't ask
online.
for Did you bring any money to pay her? I always have cash in my wallet. So about how much? I got less than 200 in my wallet right now.
More process.
Okay, so everything's in trucks, you know. Like I said, it was stupid. I understand the tight deal. I'm just trying to understand why. No, what we're trying to do is keep on building the pieces. It was stupid. Nothing happened. And it's give me a second. I'll be right back.
The detective may have been done with his interview, but Eck was not done talking. Or should I say, begging and pleading.
Hey, Chris. Yeah.
Yuri's collection agency. Smooth ride.
If you haven't been told, you are under arrest now. Who wants to go this close yet? No. What? Okay, there's 4 different charges. Look, I can list them off for you in a second.
Yuri's collection agency. Laser beam ready.
Yuri's collection
have to go back tonight. I'll do whatever you guys need to, but I need to go back tonight.
Well, we'll have to figure it out later.
No, I have to.
We have kids, we have animals,
I have animals and stuff like that, and I also have a wife and wife, so I have to go back.
Let's transfer some
I say I'm not gonna.
spinning away.
Whatever you guys do is fine. As far as fine stuff like that, I'm not gonna bail jump or nothing. I just have to go back.
Accepting donation.
Yeah, and that's not up to us. There's no decision.
No, I can't stay here.
Accepting donation.
No, I didn't do nothing. All right, let's go this way.
It's your right shoulder that had the... You'll be going to the Marquette County Jail.
Why? I have to go back tonight.
Nope. Don't resist. You're starting to resist. You're tensing up. Tense up.
Yes, because I have to go back tonight. I have to go back this way. I have to go back tonight. Please. I will do whatever you guys want me to do. No, please.
Accepting
I cannot go to jail, please.
Levitation units online.
And put you in the side here.
That's too please.
Nope. You gotta sit down. Get in.
I have to go back tonight. Please.
Sit down.
I cannot stay in
jail. Sit down. Nope, we're not. It's not a discussion. Sit down.
Yes, it is. I can't get in.
Sorry. Do whatever you gotta do.
Can I please?
Nope. Sit in.
Please.
Sit in.
What did I do wrong?
Okay. I will read you your charges, but you have to sit inside the car.
Yeah. I did not have sex with her.
Child sexual abusive activity.
Nope.
Child accosting for immoral purposes. Nope. 2 counts of using a computer to commit a crime.
Nope.
So, swing your feet in?
No, I'm not. No. I need to speak to a lawyer now. This is done.
Okay, you'll have the opportunity to do that, but
no, I need to go tonight, please. I'm begging you.
Okay, sir. You're under arrest right now. If you resist us, you're going to be charged with more things. Okay, there's a process to this.
I cannot go. I'll go there and get photoshopped, but I cannot stay there tonight.
Okay, there's a process to this. Once you're arraigned, that will be figured out. But you are under arrest right now. This is the process. If you resist us, if you give us more shit, you're going to be charged with resisting and obstructing.
I cannot stay here tonight. I have to go back.
Okay, you're under arrest right now.
I know that.
We're going to be lodging you tonight. That's how this is working.
I cannot be lodged tonight, please.
Look, if
otherwise my wife's going to find out about this.
If there's... Okay.
That's number one. I'll do whatever charges you want right now with those 4.
Mm-hmm.
I'll plead. I don't care. I just have to go back tonight. I have to.
Look, that's not going to happen. Okay.
Yes, that's going to happen.
No, it's not.
Please
put your foot in
I'm asking you. Otherwise, please.
One of the 495 units. Could you step out here?
Please, that's all I'm asking.
Sir, I understand. Okay.
That's all I'm asking.
You had a conversation with someone in there?
Yeah.
There's a process to this. Right now, you're being...
Can you send somebody else out here? I cannot stay in jail tonight. That's all I ask.
This is not up to me. You're under arrest right now. Get your feet in the car right now.
All I ask is I don't care if I get booked tonight, but I...
Put your feet in. Do it now.
You're getting charged with 2 counts of proceeding to commit a crime, and the big charge is child sexually abusive activity. Okay?
For what?
Sit in. Get in.
Oh, this is fucking bullshit.
Eck did not go home that night and instead was transferred to the Marquette County Jail on charges of child sexually abusive activity, using a computer to commit child sexually abusive activity, accosting a child for immoral purposes, using a computer to commit accosting a child for immoral purposes, and a felony firearms charge. Eck posted a $50,000 bond and pleaded not guilty. He will be posted on the case against him. The case against Christopher Eck is certainly disturbing, but the fact that he had a gun in his car makes it even more so to Sheriff Greg Zybert.
We had one man who came to the house twice, parked outside. This guy drove from Wisconsin, married and wanted a 15-year-old girl to be 15, which obviously you're investigating. But not once, but twice. And then he's committed a crime.
Right. Yeah, that's a scary situation. And I'm sure there's scenarios where
you may never see that girl again. Be it kidnapping or they turn her into prostitution, human trafficking, human trafficking. Exactly, that's a lot of times how it starts. And it turns out this man had a loaded handgun in his vehicle, which he possessed legally, but it's got to give you pause that he had this gun in his pickup truck, and he wanted to take this girl with him to another location. Yeah, I just think of the worst case scenario. And again, possibility we may never have seen her again. He has committed a felony and he's carrying a firearm while he's doing it. So that's substantial. And it is very scary.
After Christopher X's arrest made headlines in both Michigan and Wisconsin, I received an email from X's former mother-in-law and former sister-in-law wanting to tell me about their past experiences with him. Becky, who is the sister of X's former wife, agreed to do an interview with me about her heartbreaking encounter with X. She's never spoken publicly before, but says it's time to break her silence. The details are upsetting and heartbreaking. Becky, what kind of a man is Christopher X?
Not a very good man. Our family thought he was a good man in the beginning. He was with my sister. I was thinking about it. He came in the picture about when I was 12.
How long did he date your sister before he married her?
So they got married when I was almost 17.
And prior to the time when they were dating, did he ever give you a creepy vibe or make you feel uncomfortable?
No, I seen him as my brother.
Tell me about the first time he acted inappropriately with you. You were 17, your sister had gone into the hospital. Set the scene.
So they had 2 small children. She had to go in for her appendix. If I remember correctly, when the mom told me. And I was watching the kids. He came home drunk. And he started touching me and trying to get my pants off with me. And I did whatever I could to get him not to. He had me come lay in the bed next to him. And when we woke up in the morning, I pulled my pants off again, but I tied my sweatpants so tight that he was unable to get them off.
As a 17-year-old, this had to be not just alarming, but also very confusing.
Very. That was my introduction to anything sexual, was my brother-in-law touching me.
I'm so sorry you had to go through that, Becky. Did you confront him? Did you say, no, what are you doing? Why are you doing this?
I was just so confused. I didn't know what to do. I shut my mouth. And I wish I would have said something. I wish I would have done something different.
You disturb me.
What did he say to you as he explained this?
He told me that my first time should be with somebody that I trust. Meaning him.
What kind of a man preys upon his 17-year-old sister-in-law while his wife is in the hospital having surgery?
Levitation units online.
Monster.
Did you tell anybody?
No, not until that September when I finally got up here to tell my mom.
And what did your mom say when you shared this with her?
That she would handle it, and she got a hold of me and told me to tell my sister what was going on. And as soon as I told my sister, she left him.
Did you ever go to police? Law enforcement ever get involved?
We got a hold of law enforcement. We tried pursuing charges against him and got told that by the district attorney that he believed me but he didn't have enough evidence to prosecute.
Yuri's collection agency.
A restraining order against him.
Yuri's collection
Because while we were at the lawyer's office, my sister could file for divorce. He was circling the lawyer's office.
The assistant district attorney told you that he believed your story but didn't have enough evidence to
Yuri's
prosecute.
collection agency. Smooth
That is correct.
You were 17 at the time this happened. How did this affect you? How did it affect your budding relationships as a young woman in high school?
Not very good. I was in a very, very, very dark place. I made a lot of bad decisions.
What did this do to you?
It made my life very hard. It's made having my children very hard because I always knew something like this is going to happen to them.
How did you react when you heard that he had been caught in our predator sting operation?
Yuri's collection agency.
It was a hope that he would finally get charged.
Accepting donations.
For
levitation.
doing
Tsunami.
Not
You
for
disturb
me,
me.
because I know
You disturb
never
me.
happened.
Yes,
but
I know. You are
maybe it'll stop
my
him from
ideas.
hurting somebody
I have
else.
taught you
What do you
well.
hope happens to him now?
That he goes to prison and he's on the registry for life.
If you could say anything to him now, Becky, what would it be?
Thanks for their support.
I'm still here. I'm still surviving. My voice is finally being heard. I hope you go away for what you've done.
Levitation units online.
You don't deserve to be free. You're a horrible person for what you have done to me and others.
How are you today? Is this arrest going to help you get past this at all?
Levitation units
I
online.
I've seen
Yuri's collection agency.
Is there anything else you want people to know, Becky?
If something like this is happening to you, say something. Keep quiet. You will survive.
Accepting donations.
We reached out to Christopher Ack for comment on the allegations against him involving Becky. He has not gotten back to us. But the case highlights how important it is for law enforcement like the Marquette County Sheriff's Office to conduct these investigations. Without the arrest of Christopher Ack, the allegations made by Becky would never have come to light.
My slaves are ready. Yuri's collection agency.
WatchTrueBlue.com is home to the full library of Takedown with Chris Hansen true crime documentaries and exclusive investigations.
Spinning away.
Coming up on Takedown with Chris Hansen.
Ultimately, that guy or gal off the street.
In Traverse City, Michigan, a man with a criminal record shows up in my investigation. And when I confront him, things get heated.
Do I look stupid to you? Right now, yes. I look stupid? Yes.
But I keep my cool with this repeat offender.
I learned my lesson.
Spinning away.
Hey everyone, Chris Hansen here. I hope you're enjoying this free full episode of Takedown. But there's something else you need to know. We have almost 100 new episodes on my streaming Prime network, WatchTrueBlue.com. Use the code YouTube24 for half off your first month, or YouTube Year for $20 off a full year. Traverse City, Michigan, a quaint town on a bay that leads to Lake Michigan. The home of the International Cherry Festival, a vacation paradise, and the location of my latest investigation. Working alongside the Grand Traverse County Sheriff's Office are members of the Traverse City Police Department, Michigan State Police, as well as the Ghost Team from Genesee County. Leading the task force is Sheriff Mike Shea, who kicked off the briefing.
Ultimately, bad guy or gal off the street, safe, everybody goes home, and we get a good, clean prosecution.
If you had asked me 20 years ago when we did our first predator investigation if this would go on this long, I wouldn't have believed it.
Don't let the summer tourists and outdoor adventure seekers fool you, because the detectives posing as underage children have been inundated by men looking for sex with minors. One of them is 60-year-old Scott, a former EMS technician.
Seem like a fan of Israel. I get whatever, it's whatever you want to believe in. I'm not one to tell people what they should or shouldn't believe in or trust or what have you. But you want to almost give this guy a salute for saying he wouldn't go to Israel. He's a fanatic. He's a fanatic Muslim. I don't know. Doesn't seem very good. Doesn't seem very good to me. Blah. Kevin in Long Beach. What's up, sir?
Hey, Ed, how are you?
Oi.
Engineering. I won't be
now,
late.
Zora,
I
isn't
have
that
the
the name of
yes, sir.
the supervillain that Christopher Walken played,
Engineering.
Bond villain in
Moving.
Due to a
Engineering.
Kill? Wasn't that Zoran?
With the blimp, right? He got the blimp. I think it's the machine that Tom Hanks used in Big.
Moving.
That's it. Yeah. That was that right plan, by the way.
I've got the knowledge. Got the plans right
What's
here.
up?
Yes, sir.
Most of Zoran's guys, people that voted for him were all college educated, to give you an idea of what's going on in the colleges nowadays.
They're indoctrinated. They're indoctrination centers.
Fun babies.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, they're not smart.
They just want to sit back and watch. Yeah, they just want to sit back and watch the world burn. That's what they want to do.
Yeah, they talk about educated. Being educated doesn't mean you're smart. It doesn't mean you have common sense. It doesn't mean you have the ability to rationally figure something out based on facts. It means you went in to the front door of a college or institution of higher learning. You were inundated with propaganda, nonsense, and you were indoctrinated, spit out the other end with a diploma in your hand, and this delusion that you are somehow smarter than people that didn't go that route. And that's one of the biggest lies that I think young people have bought into over the course of the years, that going to college will make you a smart person. They look down on people that didn't go to college and look at them like they're less intelligent, not as smart, and don't have the ability to take facts and reason it out in your head and come to a rational conclusion. But the opposite is the actual fact. They are stupid. They're easily influenced, brainwashed. They're very malleable in their beliefs.
Yes, sir.
And it's blatantly obvious that they are the ones making some of the worst decisions in the history of this country.
That's right. And, he wants to give away all of this stuff. And meanwhile, the 2% of the population in New York that pays all the taxes is going to be leaving in droves. Where are you going to get the money from?
Well, Kevin, I don't know if you've heard, Kevin, another one of Mamdani's plans is that even if you leave New York City, if you still do business with the city, you will be taxed a city tax. So, I'm like, I left. I went to South Carolina. I have a company, an LLC. I work here in New York City for this very radio station. And am I now going to be obligated to fork over money so homeless can stink up free buses? Hell no. Hell no. I would sooner evade my New York City taxes than pay this idiot out of my money because I left New York. I left, and anyone else that leaves should be obligated to give one more dime to this city.
That's right. And listen, nobody pays to go on the bus and the subway anymore. I mean, that's the biggest joke of it all.
Yep.
Only the suckers like us pay to go on it.
Suckers, and that's why they're broke. They can't maintain the system. They just let people get away with not paying. It's been very, very bad for the city. Yep. Thank you, Kevin. Appreciate the call. A couple of other things going on that we can talk about. The breaking news there, I guess in northern Idaho, there was a fire that was set by somebody who then pulled out a sniper rifle and started shooting at the firefighters and the cops that showed up. Just terrible. I don't know who's terrible. I don't know who does this. We all wait. You know, that's the saddest part of when things like this happen in this country these days. We all sit and scroll on our phones and wait to see who did it. And by who, you don't care who the person is. You want to know the race, the sexuality, whatever it may be, religion. That's what we need to know so we can start spouting our hate and saying that this is a problem. And I'm guilty of it. I do it all the time. My guess on this one is one of these mental patient environmentalists who, because they've been known to set fires, and it's called environmental terrorism. And if you're starting fires and then shooting at the people that show up, especially firefighters, I mean, it's no better if it's a cop that you're shooting at. It's pretty bad. But these firefighters, man, what are they doing that they deserve to be shot at and killed? It's terrible. I don't know what the casualties are yet, but just a terrible scenario there in northern Idaho. I hope they have these resources like Russia, where they could just send a drone, maybe a little night vision, a little infrared, and find this guy and then just drive an explosive right into him. I don't know why we're so compelled to take these people alive and they'll face justice. Someone like this that's going to start a fire, an emergency, and firefighters come in and you shoot at them, they don't deserve due process. Part of the due process is you might get killed doing this. That's part of due process. If you're in a position where you're threatening people with a sniper rifle like this, and a drone can spot you, yeah, grenade, drone, problem solved. And then we're done. We're done with them. So that's a terrible thing going on right now. What else is Chicago. The mayor of Chicago is a good litmus test for New York. He's another one that is a communist, socialist, whatever you want to call it. Not good. He's not good for the city. They had that Lori Lightfoot in there for so long, and she was terrible looking too. Just a real otherworldly kind of a look, Tolkien kind of a look to her. And she was a terrible mayor. And again, a city gets an opportunity to change that and vote someone in that maybe has different policies and a plan to make the city better. And what did they do? They elected someone worse than Lori Lightfoot. And this guy has done so much damage to Chicago. Obviously the crime, the assaults and murders going on in Chicago are terrible. And he doesn't want to do anything about it. But let's be honest. He's a black mayor, and he doesn't want to seem like he's being racist against black people or holding them accountable because that's his base. And you know, a lot of black politicians don't like holding their black constituency accountable. Because then they don't want to look like what's called an Uncle Tom or what have you. So this guy's just let Chicago fall apart, for that matter. Let's listen to some words of wisdom from the Chicago mayor. And just imagine New York with Zoran Mamdani, Zoran, whatever. And how soon, how quickly will New York become a city like Chicago and have a mayor speaking like this?
I believe it was last Sunday, we had the highest amount of folks coming through O'Hare Airport ever. There was a report just last week, I believe, that the city of Chicago is the #1 destination for the 4th of July anywhere in the world. Chicago is demonstrating that it is in well care when a progressive is leading. Progressive voices across this country are rising up, and the city of Chicago is leading the way. And with the density within, communities like where we are today, it allows for more activity to take place. It allows for economic vibrancy to growth, and it actually speaks to public safety. The more vibrant and the more people that are around, the less likely it is for people to cut up. So, it's a clear testament to the leadership in the 48th Ward, the chambers of commerce that are working together, my administration, to ensure that we continue to show up with resources to build maximum impact for our economy.
Can you believe that? Saying that the vibrancy of the diversity and the people in Chicago, that's what makes it, what, safer? Less likely to cut up? Is that like pop off? Cut up? Your city's terrible. Every weekend is a slaughter of minority people. Of black people, Hispanic people, and nothing is done about it. This is the same guy that got rid of the shot finder, the system in Chicago where it would triangulate where a gunshot was fired from, so the cops didn't have to be there and hear it, and it would let the cops know exactly where that shot was fired from, and then they would go to that area and see if they could find the gunman. He got rid of that because it turned out too many people of color were the ones on the other end of the gun. And it was deemed that the shot finder was racist. So, this guy's terrible. That progressive mayors in the country, mayors of big cities, progressive mayors of big cities have made things better and made the city safer. Show me an example, please. I defy you to show me an example of that logic. And, Chicago, what is it, the second, third, I think, largest city? And it's a disaster. And this is what's happening to a lot of these cities. They're electing these left-wing fanatic politicians that have no interest whatsoever in making a city better. They promote all this free stuff. They let criminals run the streets, and they do nothing about it. It's terrible, and that's where we're aimed. We're aimed for that with Zoran the Moran. I'm Danny. When we come back, Zoran talks about violent crime, but says that there really isn't violent crime. It's just a concept. He's insane, and people buy this and they love him. A lot of the celebrities in New York, you got a lot of celebrities, left-wing celebrities, they were campaigning for him and cheering him on. Cynthia Nixon, that from Sex and the City,
Now you see me. Nobody here
a lesbian that just happens to have a trans kid. What are the odds? Oh, 1,000,000 to 1. $1 million to 1. But they, it's natural. It's what it is. These lunatics want this guy to be mayor. Oh, New York. What have you done? Back in a moment, Anthony Cumia Show. He's been obviously making the rounds. He's doing all the talk shows. He's getting his platform out there to the people. And, New York is a dangerous place. a lot of people don't want to admit it. They go, oh, I walk around every day, nothing happens. Well, doesn't mean it's not a dangerous place. You could be lucky. But this guy, Zoran Mamdani, he says that a lot of crimes that are classified as violent crimes aren't really violent crimes. Oh, it's crazy, right? You would think. But he says they're not. And again, this is a grave misconception. Some of his examples are violent crimes. But the fact that they're coupled with violence makes it a violent crime. I think one of his examples is stealing packages. Like you have a FedEx or UPS delivered to your house or your apartment and people steal it. And he goes, that shouldn't be considered a violent crime. Well, no. Unless you kick the door in or you're threatening a person that lives there or you have a weapon on you. There are plenty of extenuating circumstances that make it a violent crime. Again, I think if you're just stealing a package, I don't think that does qualify as violent crime. But if you're in jail for stealing a package, I think you look a little deeper and find out resisted arrest and hit a law enforcement officer, that's a violent crime. They never want to fill in the blanks. So let's listen to Zoran here talk about things like burglary and other crimes that shouldn't be considered violent.
Oftentimes we've been found as legislators when we go into these courts. The term violent crime is even used when people are stealing packages. Violent crime is even used when people are accused of burglary and there happens to be a housing unit in that same dwelling. So violence is an artificial